The ARTENA event is back and better. It's now called the Astral Forge. ARTENA is now out of a job just like a few other people. I think it's kind of messed up that Smilegate removed her from her job in this economy. It's pretty rough times right now, so hopefully ARTENA manages to find something. Maybe she's got a nice retirement lined up. They should give us some details on that. The Astral Forge is basically just you get to pick a gear. You can pick the set, the slot, the main stat, and then the substats are random. You keep on rolling it to get the piece that you want. They did buff it a little bit, which we'll go into a little bit, but first things first, you can only craft one piece of gear. So make sure you are crafting the equipment that you want. I checked the Korean post as well. It says one here, so definitely make sure that you're not getting a piece that you don't want. This happens pretty often. People are like, oh, I got a piece that's pretty good. I'll get this one and get another one. There is no other one. So make sure you get the right piece. You can get equipment crafting points by spending energy, spending spectral cores, or by spending flags. Pretty much just playing the game. And spectral cores, buying them doesn't count for equipment crafting points. You have to actually use them. And then also here, when equipment crafting is completed, the points you own will be reset because it's once per piece, pretty much. So here you can spend 500 points to select the set, and then you can spend 400 points to select which slot you want. You can spend 300 points to select the main stat, and then you can spend your points to change the substats of the equipment. Now the way this works is basically you just hit the button, 4 random substats will come out. You don't like it, hit it again, 4 random ones will come out, and you're able to pick which one you want to keep between the one that you currently have and the new one. You pretty much get the save one slot is the way to think about it. But it's been buffed because now you can lock up to 2 stats when changing substats. And as a result, the amount of crafting points you use when you're rerolling is going to increase a little bit, but that's definitely worth it just for being able to lock your stats. This greatly reduces the RNG involved with getting a piece. So a great buff for this event. And then they just mentioned when you can pick between the existing one and the new ones. And speed will only appear with values between 2 and 4, cutting out the, I guess for epics we don't have ones, but they're cutting out the 0.05% chance for a 5 on epics. And then you get obtained by completing it, and once crafting is complete, the equipment goes to your inventory. Set equipment part main stat, and this is just saying extra stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about what piece you're going to want. The first things first is pretty much at least right sides. You never go for a left side piece here just because right sides are harder to get. We have the ability to select our main stat, so you definitely want to take advantage of this and abuse it. Now for what set you want, it kind of depends. Like obviously you want a good set. Some people like to opt to pick more niche sets. So if you are farming, like, I mean, they use riposte in the example. Let's say you're farming a fern set and you're missing just one piece for riposte, then you can just grab it here if it's a right side. Some other sets that people don't like farming is something like torrent. You could go for like a torrent ring or something. There is one thing to note is that because this isn't like the Forge Your Gear event where you can pick how the rolls go, when you pick pieces like perfect DPS or perfect tank pieces, you do have to worry about the flat stat here, because the flat stat is optimal, but there's a chance you roll into it. I don't think this necessarily means that you pick Bruiser Gear. If you want Bruiser Gear, then that's fine. Go for the Bruiser Gear. Odds are it's going to roll well, but this was an issue I was having when ARTENA used to come more frequently. It's been 2 years since the last one. If you only do Bruiser Gear, you'll only ever have Bruiser Gear. Just pick whatever piece you want. But just keep in mind the flat stat thing. It's optimal, it's just you might roll into it. If it's a piece like Riposte, where you could argue that the HP could be usable on like Flaunt or something, you could put HP here and then hope that you dodge crit chance instead. But pretty much it's just as long as you're going for a right side piece, I think it's fine, whether you want a more niche set or just pick something like Speed Destruction that gets used on a lot of things, or Immunity even. So yeah, good luck to anybody who, or to everybody. Everybody should be doing this event. Good luck with your rolls, because sometimes it does take a while. I do think that being able to lock 2 stats does wonders for how much RNG this event is going to have when trying to get your perfect or near perfect piece.